Hey, I just did a full moon collective reading. Again, we're having a full moon in Capricorn, so some emotions may be coming to the surface about relationships and things like that. Goals you may have, goals in a relationship, you may have emotional goals or something like that could be coming to the surface right now. I'm gonna do a you versus them reading because the last reading that came out was about a relationship. It was, you can go watch it. It may not be the same thing that comes out here, but we'll just see what happens. But if you're a person and you're dealing with somebody who is indecisive, you might want to go watch that. Okay. So I'm going to get your feelings in the situation first. This could be a new person. This could be a past person. This could be anybody. So this could be a friend. This could be a family member. So what are the collective's feelings in the situation? I'll call out what signs I see. Doesn't necessarily mean it is that sign. It's just the energy of the card. Okay. All right. What are the collective's feelings in the situation? What are the collective's feelings in the situation? Temperance card, Sagittarius energy. So, yeah, emotion. This is about, making peace with something, making peace with yourself. You're very much in a place of trying to make peace with a situation with yourself. That's what I'm getting. Let's see what else. Trying to heal yourself through some sort of situation that, there again, this could be some sort of, emotional regulation issue or something like that that you're dealing with. This person could have had you feeling emotionally dysregulated. Knight of Cups. Okay, so you really do want to go towards this person. I feel like you really do have feelings for this person, either developing for this person or have developed for this person already. I have the Seven of Cups here, so there's a lot of confusion going on. You could be having dreams or something like that, but there's a lot of confusion here going on. You may feel like you are having options, been treated like an option, something like that. I'll clarify about that, but I do see a lot of confusion going on right here. Okay. And then I have the two of Pentacles. Yeah, you're trying to decide about something. Then I have the High Priestess, Cancerian energy. You're trying to make a decision about something, I feel, and like maybe you could be trying to decide between two people. They could be trying to decide between two people, and that's what you know, you're like, am I going to stick around? Am I going to do this? I'm paying attention to the fact that the Two of Pentacles is on the bottom of the Temperance, which again, this is about making peace about something, kind of going back and forth about something. She's pouring pouring water from one cup to the other, and you know, water is emotions. So again, I feel like you really do have feelings for this person, but you're trying to listen to your intuition in the situation. And I feel like you kind of already know the answer. Sometimes I think we do know what the answer is. We do know what the right thing is, but we don't want to make that decision. Don't want to make that decision at all. Okay. So what is the Temperance card? Let's clarify the Temperance card. What is the Temperance card? King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you have. This has gone past a little bit of love and light. This has gone past the love and light part. I feel like there's definitely some anger in the situation. Um, you may feel like, because the King of Swords in the reverse can be him in the upright. He in the upright is kind of like very straight to the point, analyticals, not going to go off his emotions, but at the same time in the reverse is can be kind of cutting and kind of you could have some very cutting words for this person, deciding whether or not, I don't know, like you want to cuss this person out or something like that. You have some very, very, very strong words for this person. I'm getting that energy with that. Somebody here is very, very angry in the situation. Okay, what is this Nine of Cups? Tell me what this Nine of Cups is. Ten of Swords. But you feel like this situation is over. Or you feel like the situation could be over. You're very hurt. Very hurt. And, you know, I feel like part of you is like, get up. It's, you want to get up and you want to move on. I think you're having a really hard time doing that. Really hard time doing that. You feel maybe stabbed in the back or betrayed in some way. I have the Five of Swords. So again, there's a little bit of mind games and manipulation happening in this situation. I feel that you feel like you've been played with. You feel like somebody's played games with your head. With that, with the Seven of Cups, yeah, I feel like this person had you feeling kind of like bamboozled in a way or something like that. Like they pulled the wool over your eyes. You feel that. And I think deep down with this High Priestess card, I think deep down you know that's what it was too. Okay? Three of Swords in the reverse. You don't want to accept it though. You really don't want to accept it. I feel like once you do accept this, that do accept the situation for what it is. I think that I think you're scared that you're not ever going to be able to get over this. You're not ever going to feel the same again. And sometimes people do come into our lives and they do change things. They do change the way that you look at the world. They do change the way you look at relationships and your behavior. But I definitely do feel like you're scared to kind of accept this. Very scared to accept this. Yeah. I have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. It's like you don't want to see the truth. You do not want to see the truth. Yeah, Tower card here in the reverse. Aries, Scorpio energy. You don't want to see the truth in the situation. And you know nobody does. It's very hurtful. Tower card in the reverse. But the thing about it is by not seeing the truth, the tower's gonna come down anyways. I said that in the last reading, as a matter of fact. The tower's gonna come down anyways. You're trying to avoid that. You're trying to avoid the tower. But, you know, allowing somebody to manipulate you when you kind of already know the truth, I mean, I think at the end of the day, you're going to be kind of mad at yourself in the situation. I think maybe you already feel that way. You maybe already feel mad at yourself for allowing this situation to go on. So let's get the other person's feelings. What are the other person's feelings in this situation? What are the other person's feelings in the situation? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, they don't have very much to say. Four of Swords. They don't have much to say. Full card in the reverse, Aries energy. And then I have the Seven of Pentacles here too. And then they also have the Queen of Swords, where you have the King of Swords. So I feel like this person, you know, they're kind of, the Knight of Pentacles is not a fast moving. It's not a fast moving energy. It's an earth energy. And this is somebody who doesn't want to make the wrong decision. They don't want to invest wrongly. And I feel like that's where this person's at in the situation. I do feel like they're a little bit cold to you right now. They could be a little bit cold to you, but there is some things, there is some truth. There is a conversation this person does want to have with you, with this Queen of Swords. They want to be upfront about something. They want to tell the truth about something. But with this Four of Swords, it's kind of lying in wait. They're still kind of analyzing the situation. Seven of Pentacles, they're not too sure. There's something about sunk cost here. I don't know. I'll get further into that, but there's something about sunk cost here, like the amount of time this person has spent in a situation or something like that. Okay, the Fool card here in the reverse is very to me, it's very immature energy. It's indecisive energy. It's kind of, they just kind of do things in the spur of the moment, not thinking about it. And I feel like this person, I do feel like this person has thought about that, okay? They also have the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy. Again, that's more energy of kind of weighing something back and forth, trying to make peace in them about something, okay? So tell me what this Four of Swords is. What's this Four of Swords? Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, they do. They do understand that walking away from the situation means losing an opportunity. It means losing something important. They're not happy about the situation. Highly emotional about the situation. They have the High Priestess in the reverse. They are not listening to their intuition in a situation. Their intuition is telling them what's right in a situation, and they are ignoring it. They're ignoring it. So, tell me about this Fool card in the reverse. It's almost like this is giving the energy, especially with this Fool card in the reverse. And there you go. Page of Wands. This is some very, like I said, this is some immature energy. This person is, again, a spur of the moment actor. It's like the shiny new thing comes into the room, they see it, and they take off with it. And I feel like there's something about that in this situation. There's something they want to tell you the truth about. They do want to tell you the truth about something. What is that? What is this Queen of Swords? What is this truth? What is this truth? Tell me what this truth is. Two of Wands in the reverse. Hierophant, Taurus energy. Five of Swords in the reverse and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this person has lied about something. This person has lied about something, and this may be something you already intuitively know about. You might already know what this is, this thing that they want to come forward about, this truth they want to tell you. You might already know what it is. You might already that may be the thing, like this peace card up here that you have. That may be the peace that you're trying to make with yourself, is that you maybe already know that this person is lied about something. They've definitely done. There's something to have the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords come out together. There's something they lied about. Something they lied about. This could have something to do with a marriage. Hierophant card. It could be a marriage. I don't know. But they have the Judgment card here as well, and I think that the chickens are coming home to roost for this person. And this person is very indecisive with this Two of Wands in the reverse. They really don't know which direction they're going. They really don't know which direction they're going. And that may be the truth that they need to tell you. They may come forward to tell you, I just don't know what direction I'm going. I just don't know what I want to choose. Okay? So, let's get the mutual energy here. What's the mutual energy? Tell me what the mutual energy is. Three of Pentacles. You both want to talk. Eight of Cups. You're both having a hard time walking away from the situation. Five of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. Lover's card in the reverse. Yeah. Both of you are having a really hard time walking away from the situation. There is an emotional tie here. There is some sort of soul contract, soul tie. This is a really big decision. Whatever this is, there's a really big decision here, and that, you know, when something feels like a really big decision, there is some importance tied to it. Okay, so yeah. Tell me some more about the situation. King of Wands in the reverse. Six of Swords. This person, I don't know why. Yeah, there we go. Empress card in the reverse. I was about to say, this person feels not good enough for you. They feel like they're not good enough for you for some reason. I don't know what's causing that. I don't know. But they feel like they're not good enough for you. Like they're not far enough in life. They're not far enough emotionally. There's something here. This person feels like they're not good enough because they definitely see you as the Empress. And they feel like somehow they don't measure up. I think this person may know they have some sort of issue, some problem or something like that. And maybe that's just something they don't want to bring into your life. So what's going to be the outcome in the situation? What's going to be the outcome in the situation? Judgment card, awakening. There's an awakening coming here. And I have the Six of Cups here. This could be somebody you've known for a long time. and I have the Five of Cups in the reverse, and then I have the Eight of Cups here. You already had the Five of Cups and the Eight of Cups out, and then I have the Death card, Scorpio energy. So, I feel like the outcome in this situation is that somebody's going to walk away. I don't know if it's going to be you. I don't know if it's going to be them. Could be both of you. I think somebody in the situation is going to choose to walk away. I think there is a deep soul tie here. There is a very deep soul tie here. This is, past life recognition that you have with this person, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you end up in a relationship together. I don't recommend that you allow that. If this person is playing mind games and manipulating, I don't recommend you allow this person to stay around and do that, Um, Seven of Wands here. This person has a lot of obstacles. You have a lot of obstacles. There's a lot of obstacles here. That's what I'm getting. And there's just a lot of boundary issues, even maybe. And it's more, the card, when I put it down, is pointing to your side. And I feel like that's on your end. You may have some sort of boundary issues. I don't know if you have a lack of like keeping your boundaries solid, or if you have a problem crossing other people's boundaries. Could be either or, but it's just some boundary issues here. Very much. And I feel like to continue in this situation, you're just going to have the Nine of Swords in the reverse, more confusion, more sleepless nights, more stress, more chaos. I mean, somebody here is feeling like they can't quiet their mind at night when they're trying to sleep. Thinking about this situation is really stressful. And I just feel like the outcome in the situation, I don't know, like I said, you have the Tower card in reverse. You could choose to continue dealing with this person, but with no change happening in the situation, no change on their side, no change on your, like, no change in the situation is, it just looks like bad news to me. But anyways, this person, again, like I said, there's some kind of reaching out, there's some kind of wanting to talk. There's some sort of truth that this person wants to tell you, and I think they're going to come forward and do that. Okay, so hit the like button, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for being patient since I was away. I'm sorry about that. I just had some stuff going on, some really stressful stuff, and I just did not have time. But anyways, thanks for watching.